Hello everyone and welcome back to Star Trek Online. In the last episode, we were sent, along with this new starship, the Dreadnought Royal Sovereign, to rescue the former Chancellor Mardok, previously presumed dead, from a sonar facility operated in conjunction with House Torg. We were successful, and the former Chancellor is now free. In this episode, we are being sent to investigate another matter. The reappearance of the anomaly known as the Nexus, along with a transmission from a starship thought lost when the Nexus last appeared, and a lack of contact of another starship sent to investigate the anomaly, the USS Madison. Joining us will be Commodore LaForge, in command of the USS Challenger. Let's get into it.
Good to see you again. Looks like the two missing ships are here, although they're both in a disabled state. Neither of them have responded to our hails.
Right, we've arrived in the Retarnev system, that's the Challenger to our port. I can just make out the silhouette of the Madison, which is another Galaxy class ahead of us, and the Forestall, which I believe is an Ambassador class. Effects of the Nexus?
That's entirely possible. Even minimal exposure to the Nexus can be pretty disruptive to ship systems. I think we should take a closer look. Things could be worse than our initial scans have indicated.
Damage to ship systems puts it lightly. One of the last times the Nexus was here, it was responsible for the first death of Captain Kirk. The famous one, James Kirk. Here, we're approaching the Madison. We're being hailed by the Madison. Full stop. Tyrell on screen. USS Madison, this is Captain Blue Ninja of the Federation Starship Royal Sovereign. What is your situation?
Apologies. This ship's taken some damage here. Short-range comms are barely working, and we're experiencing widespread systems failure on all decks. Our Nexus defense screen's overloaded, and we were exposed to a full blast. We're lucky to be here. We could use your help.
We're on our way, Commander. Zarva reports that the Challenger is hailing us on screen.
Something's not right here. I worked on the Nexus Defense Screens project, and a catastrophic failure like that seems unlikely. In an overload situation like she described, the ship wouldn't be disabled. It'd be destroyed.
Well, you are the expert, Commodore. Let's investigate further. I'll move in close and get a short-range scan. I'll send our findings to you. Hal, take us in. Let's try not to alarm either of them. If there's something fishy going on here, no doubt the Madison or the Forestall have been taken over. If the crew of the Forestall are even alive. There's no report. The only report of someone leaving the Nexus after entering is Captain Jean-Luc Picard. And that's one person. Well, Captain Jean-Luc Picard and Captain Kirk, but he died very soon after. Right, we're in range. Tyrell, let's get a full scan of the Madison. Keep an eye on the Forestall, I don't like this. 3 galaxy glasses in one system, it's like we're back in the 24th century. Durez reports that she's picking up some Nexus radiation and signs of minor combat damage on both ships, but nothing close to what Captain of the Madison was claiming. Durez reports the Madison has raised shields, they're powering up their weapons, red alert, all hands battle stations, what the hell?
Whatever they fired just disrupted most of our systems. We're sitting ducks over here.
Well, fortunately we are not. They've got us in a tractor beam. Evasive maneuvers. Our torpedoes, fire. They've chosen quite a fight to take. We're a dreadnought version of their ship. We outclass them significantly. Get them in a tractor beam of our own. Fire to disable. They're still a Starfleet ship. No doubt the crew are still alive. Launch fighters, fire to disable. We've got a squadron of refitted Peregrine-class fighters that came with the Dreadnought initially. Fire! More relics of the Dominion War. Fire quantum torpedoes. The Madison has been disabled. All fighters, hold position. Oh, it's my first time commanding fighters. I think it went rather well. We're being hailed by the Challenger. On screen.
We're still trying to figure out what they hit us with over here. Whatever it was, it knocked most of our systems out. We're running on emergency power. I think we'd better get over there and find out what's going on while we still have a functioning ship between us. Meet me at these coordinates on deck 10.
Roger that, Captain. I'll bring a security officer with me. Flores, you have the bridge. Colas, you're with me.
Looks like someone activated the security system on this deck. Fortunately, I know a thing or two about that system. The console here is offline, but there should be a functional one nearby in a holodeck. From there, we can access the system and shut the fields down.
Sounds like a plan, Commodore. I believe the Commodore served on a Galaxy class. He's famous for being the chief engineer of the Enterprise D, which is one of the first Galaxy classes constructed. Right then, weapons ready. There's a force field. And damage. Looks like a plasma fire. Since been put out. And more damage.
This holodeck's damaged. Let's try the next one.
Roger that. Commodore LaForge, I believe, at one point was the commander of the Fleet Museum, the old Earth space dock, which is an interesting fact about him. I haven't had a chance to check out the Royal Sovereign's holodecks, but no doubt they look quite like this. Very different from the Timor's holodecks.
Alright, let's get to work. With luck, we should be able to bypass the system and drop those... Wait, someone's loading up a holodeck program in here, and I've got a feeling it's not for R&R.
For God's sake, ready weapons.
Activating Program Barclay, 42 Epsilon. Safety protocols are disengaged.
Please, help us! The Borg are everywhere!
No doubt the safety protocols are offline. Fire! Once they finish with this holographic civilian... No, it's a Starfleet officer. Once they finish with that holographic Starfleet officer, they'll no doubt turn their attention to us, as they've just done.
The program's locked. We'll have to survive the battle to leave.
The hell, get us out of here, Commodore! Is that a pregnant Borg? Commodore? I'm stuck in some sort of holographic assimilation. Could use some assistance. Shoot me, Colas! Shoot me!
Oh, thank you. If there's anything I can do to repay you, anything at all.
Computer, pulse program, please.
That's definitely a Reg Barclay program. Let's get back to business. We'd better bypass security before they send more sparring partners to deal with.
Right then. Computer, Arch. Right then. Overriding security systems. Let's get the hell out of here before I get assimilated again. Right, I've reconfigured the isolinear chips. We should be out of here.
Okay, that did it. Security systems are down on this deck, and they won't be putting us into another holodeck scenario anytime soon.
I certainly hope so. I don't look forward to being assimilated again.
This is Commander Tafai. Please receive. I repeat, if you can hear this, come to 10 forward at once. There's...
We're barely reading you here, Commander. Can you boost your signal?
Our defenses just dropped. We require your assistance. They are closing on us. Hurry. It won't be long before they attack.
Who? Attack? Who's going to attack?
Someone's jamming that signal. We'd better get to 10 forward.
It could be another ruse, but if they're jamming the signal, I'll be inclined to believe that those are the last surviving Starfleet officers aboard ship. Agree, let's get to 10 forward. I believe it's on this deck. Should be just a walk from here. I, of course, looked up the schematics of the Galaxy class when I got the Royal Sovereign. Granted, I didn't have much time. This way, I believe. Ah, here it is. Right, Starfleet officers. There's the commander that contacted us, Commander Tafai. Afternoon, Commander. I'm Captain Blibber Ninja of the Royal Sovereign. What the hell's going on here?
Thank you for coming. The Madison has been taken over by hostile forces, and we are in dire need of assistance.
So I've noticed. What happened here?
We responded to a distress call from USS Forestall, long thought lost to the Nexus. As we closed to assist, the Madison was struck by a potent beam of psionic energy. It disabled the ship and left us vulnerable to attack. Mind-controlled members of the Forestall's crew then beamed over and took control of this vessel. We few are all that remain free.
Do you know who or what is behind this?
An alien of tremendous psionic ability, formerly trapped within the Nexus. We believe it lured the Forestall there in an escape attempt, which failed. Somehow, it was able to break free when the Nexus recently returned. Though powerful, there are limits to the alien's ability. The combat with your ship has weakened it considerably. Now is the time to strike. The controlled crew are bound to attack again soon.
Understood. Let's set weapons to stun if they do. If they are still alive and just mind-controlled, then we should keep them alive, obviously.
Picking up transporter signals, multiple contacts.
Weapons ready?
We got incoming.
Fire! Bloody hell, those are the Maroons of the 23rd century. I often don that in holodeck programs.
Enemy contacts, inbound.
Roger that. Good smoke, Coles. Keep firing. The hell? Something wrong with their faces. Must be the psionic control.
Looks like we bought ourselves a little time. We should discuss our next move soon. You might talk with some of the survivors here for more information as well. Your call.
Thank you, Commodore.
Ensign Seitel, security. Your arrival is most fortuitous. Our numbers have dwindled considerably since the enemy's initial assault. Until your arrival, I calculated our odds of survival at 4,286 to 1.
Fascinating. How about now, Ensign?
Difficult to fully assess at this juncture. However, I am willing to state that our odds have improved considerably. If all of you were psionics, our odds would be even better. The alien is quite ineffective against those with mental abilities.
Indeed. I'll carry on, Ensign. I hadn't noticed that. They've got a Vulcan, another Vulcan, a Betazoid, and hold on, I think I see at the top of a head over there. Excuse me? That's the civilian bartender.
Oh, am I glad to see you. Things were looking more than a little ugly until you got here. I'd pour you a drink, but all of the replicators went offline an hour ago.
It's fine. I'll do fine without the drink. I'm perfectly well hydrated, thank you very much. This looks like an Okampa, which would be consistent. They also have psionic abilities. How are you holding up?
As good as can be, under the circumstances. Still amazed we haven't been, dominated by that alien. The commander thinks it's because we all come from a species with psionic abilities. As good a reason as any, I suppose.
A sensible theory from a stereotypically sensible Vulcan.
Ensign Rana, engineering. Sorry for staring, Captain LaForge. Your work on transwarp theory was required reading at the Academy. I never thought I'd actually meet you. Wish it were under different circumstances.
Ensign, report the engineering situation, if you will.
Right. Well, they hit main engineering first. If you're going down there, be on your guard. Several of us tried to take it back a couple of days ago. They beamed in and took us by surprise. I was the only one to make it back here.
Bloody hell. Now, don't let that weigh you down. We'll get everyone else very soon. I hope.
I have a feeling these attacks will intensify as the alien gains strength. If we're going to do something to save this ship, we'll need to do it fast. Let's get down to main engineering. I think we can get a better grip on the security system there and use it to incapacitate both the hostile crew and the alien.
Agreed.
Take these psionic inhibitors with you. We hope to use them on some of our dominated crewmates prior to your arrival. But I suspect they will serve you better at this time. They should protect you if the alien attempts to take control of your minds.
Thank you, Commander. I was starting to worry about that. Weapons ready? That other engineering ensign said that it would be heavily defended. He was right. Open fire! As they're from the 23rd century, they don't have any personal shielding. Which is fortunate. Because we are outnumbered.
Watch it! They're beaming in reinforcements.
Roger that, Commando. Fire! Bloody hell, I'm throwing a stun grenade. That is a stun grenade. Yep, Coles, hang in there. The hell? One of them was at the console. Oh, Christ. Coles is... somewhere. Coles is fine. Thank God he wasn't vaporized or anything.
Heads up! More hostiles incoming.
Roger that. Cover! Coles seems to have made a makeshift cloaking device for some reason. Well, he's still in the fight.
We've got a couple of problems here. Main power's offline, and there's a lot of Nexus radiation getting past the screens. I'll handle the power situation while you deal with the radiation. Once that's done, we can bring the security systems back online.
Reconfiguring. Remodulating. Recalibrating. Reinitializing.
Nice work. Radiation levels are back in the safe zone, and I've managed to prime the warp core. Give me a hand with it, and we can restore main power.
Alright then, restoring warp power.
That did it. Main power's back online, and the warp core is stable. I've activated most of the security systems, but it looks like the bridge is still under enemy control. It's a good bet that's where the alien is.
Well, let's retake the bridge. Then hopefully we can deal with the Forestall. Rescue whatever crew remain, other than these, of course. Right, deck 1.
This ship and all upon it belong to Kajmur.
Starfleet disagrees with you on that.
Your words mean nothing. Kill them. Kill them now.
Well, I'd like to see you try. Fire!
We are here to assist you.
Thank you, Commander. Why the hell did they bring the bartender? The bartender has a phaser. Okay, then. Coles is still cloaked. Right, target Kajmur. I'm throwing a photon grenade. Commodore, get out of there. Yeah, they seem to be far enough away from them. Bloody hell. Seems I'm a little more sturdy than the rest of them. All of them fell down. Bloody hell. Keep firing. Hold fire, hold fire. He's gone.
I'm reading the alien on sensors. It's back on the Forestall. This isn't over yet. The Challenger might be able to fight, but most of this ship's crew is unconscious. Beam back to your ship and deal with the Forestall. I'll do what I can here to get the shields up and keep the Madison in one piece.
Understood, Captain, and I wish you the best of luck with this antique. I'll get back to my own antique, and we can deal with the Forestall, which is also an antique. Zarva reports that we're being hailed by the Forestall. It's Kajmur. On screen.
Shall the battle continue? Shall you strike me anew again and again until nothing remains?
Stand down, Kajmur. Our ship outclasses yours by years, and you're outnumbered. There won't be a fight you can win.
Once I was imprisoned within the Nexus, cast away for defying those who called themselves my rulers. And now a new jailer comes, demanding submission.
Release the ship and her crew and we can talk about this.
No, I need this ship and everyone on it. They give me what I need to return home and avenge my imprisonment. I will not give them up.
Oh, he's like a miniature Borg collective. That's unfortunate. Tactical fighter disable.
The Challenger stands ready to assist you.
Launch fighters. Challenger, let's coordinate an attack. Target the Forestall. Fighter disable. Fire! Bloody hell, Cosgrove must be doing something with the shield. It's taking a hell of a lot more of a beating than I was expecting for a 23rd century ambassador class. Hard to starboard. Bloody hell, they're matching us in terms of structural integrity. Get them in a tractor beam. Auxiliary power to structural integrity fields off torpedoes fire. Hard to starboard. Fire all weapons. Hard about. Lock torpedoes, prepare to fire. Launch fighters, coordinated attack. Get them in a tractor beam. Hard to starboard. Fire! The Forestall is disabled. All fighters hold fire, hold position. We were almost rammed by the Challenger. Whoever's flying that thing should be court-martialed.
It seems I am at your mercy. Will you strike the killing blow now, as is your right?
Killing blow? Hardly. If anything, you'll be taken into custody and sent to a penal colony or some sort of holding facility that can actually hold you. But alive.
If that is to be my fate, I yield. The ship and crew are yours. It is an unexpected mercy, one I would not extend to a vanquished foe on the battlefield. Much has changed since my banishment to the Nexus.
Fascinating. We can discuss this when you're in custody.
Nicely done. I was able to get a call into Starfleet, and we should have backup here soon. In the meantime, I'll keep working with the crews of the disabled ships. We'll have them up and running again in no time.
Glad to hear it, Commodore.
You saved a lot of lives here today. You showed mercy to someone who wasn't inclined to return the favor. That goes a long way in my book.
I'm a Starfleet officer, Commodore. I did no more than my duty required. But thank you, Commodore. It means a lot.
You're welcome. The Nexus is definitely worth studying, but only under safe conditions. The crews of the Forestall and the Madison found that out the hard way, I'm afraid. Just like we did on the Enterprise all those years ago.
Yes, indeed. That was actually the mission that destroyed the Enterprise D, at least the first time, before it was put back together. But that's a story for another time. Good luck. Equinox class is on sensors approaching. They should be able to handle this. Set a course out of the system. We'll report back to Admiral Quinn. Fighters, return to the flight deck. Engage.
Interesting report. This alien was trapped for eons in the Nexus and wanted to leave? As I understand it, the Nexus is a paradise. Apparently there's at least one life form out there who disagrees. Fortunately, you saved a lot of lives, and 3 Starfleet vessels. Captain LaForge tells me they'll spend some time in space dock, but they'll be ready for duty again soon. And we can use all the ships we can get on the frontier these days. Well done.
Thank you, Admiral, and it seems that we can add Kajbur to the list of now 3 that include Jean-Luc Picard and James Tiberius Kirk that resisted the Nexus. Royal Sovereign out. I also managed to pick up one of these Dominion War-era rifles from Commodore LaForge, a gift for our assistance. Must be worth a fortune in Latinum. But with that, thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please feel free to leave a like, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye. Nexus.